Hi guys, just to go along with that last video on Yoast on-page SEO the advanced section of SEO, which if you haven't seen that, make sure you go and watch that. The video is called Advanced On-Page SEO with Yoast. So check that out. The next stage, obviously, once you've set up your Yoast settings, before you actually go to use your on-page SEO, you're going to need an article. Now, you can write that yourself, or you can get that professionally written. Now, depending on the project, obviously, if it's something you're passionate about, you might want to write it yourself. But quite a lot of the time, obviously, if you're trying to rank sites for passive income, you're not going to know an awful lot about the subject sometimes. And also, it's quite tedious. You know, you're going to need to write a lot of articles to rank your site, because you're going to be using articles on your site and you're going to be using articles elsewhere that point to your site. So you may need a few of these articles. So it's not that expensive to get them outsourced. And to be honest, the only company I ever use is this one, iWriter, and they're fantastic. So I'm not going to go through the sign up process. You obviously have to sign up before you can use them. Very, very straightforward. So you can go through that, and then you just go to click get content. So you know it's kind of pretty laid out pretty well. And then there's a short video, and it actually describes everything you need to take care of. So let's watch that.
Hello and welcome to iWriter. In this short tutorial video, I'm going to go over how quick and easy it is to have content written on iWriter. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to select a project type. You can have articles written, you can have articles rewritten, you can have a Kindle book written, and you can have an ebook written. I'm going to go ahead and select Have Articles Written. The next thing you want to do is enter a project description. This is something that you're going to use to briefly describe your project. So, for example, I would like 8 articles written on weight loss. Next, you'll select a category that relates to the type of content that you want written. So, in my example, I'm going to select health and fitness. You can select an article length next. The standard article length is 500 words. You can select anywhere from 150 words to 2,000 words. Now, these are minimum word counts. So if you select 500 words here, the minimum word count that a writer must write is 500 words. So I'm going to select the standard at 500. Next, we'll select our article language, and iWriter supports the US version of English, the UK version of English, French, German, Spanish, or you can select another language if you wish. I'm going to select the US version of English. Next, we'll select what type of writer we want to see our project request. Alright, within iWriter there are 3 different levels. There are basic writers, there are premium writers, and there are elite writers. Basic writers are essentially all writers in iWriter. If you select the basic option here, all writers are going to see your request when you submit it. So these include both brand new writers that have yet to prove in themselves and have yet to be upgraded to premium or elite status. So these could be potentially great writers. They just haven't written enough content yet to be promoted. Also, you're going to see writers that are not quite as talented as a premium or elite writer. So all writers are going to see your request. This option is great if you're looking for speed. If you want an article back within a few minutes, select basic here. You'll notice when you submit a project and select the basic option, just submit your project, and within seconds, a lot of times, writers will come in and start writing your article. However, if you're looking for higher quality articles that you may not have to reject initially, you're going to want to select premium or elite. Basic kind of opens you up to lower quality writers as well. So it kind of just depends on how much you value your time versus your money. This option is obviously going to be the cheapest, but then again, you're going to have to review the articles and potentially reject bad articles that come back. Whereas if you select premium or elite, you're going to get higher quality articles initially, and the chance of you having to reject an article is going to be much lower. So typically what I'll do is I'll select premium, because for me, time is much more valuable to me than spending another $1 to $2 an article. So I'm going to select premium. Now, when we do that, you'll notice there's a price per article text box down here. The minimum is $5.50 for an article written by a premium writer. That's 500 words in length. Okay, this is the minimum. What I'll typically do is I'll enter a price that's slightly higher than the minimum price here, because what happens is when you submit your project, you're going to submit it to the queue of writers, where all premium writers are going to see a big list of all the requests. Now, if your project is slightly higher than the minimum amount, they're going to see that they're going to be able to earn a little bit more money by writing your article request. So if you want your article done a little bit quicker, a good tip is to enter a little bit higher than the minimum value here. But then again, you don't have to. You can enter $5.50 here if you wish. But I'm going to go ahead and enter $6. If we were to go with basic here, the minimum is $3 for an article. So it's much cheaper. It goes all the way down to $1.25 an article for a 150 word article to be written. All right, so let's select 500 words, premium articles. And I'm going to come down here. The next option we'll select is I'll enter my keywords. Now, the way iWriter works is each article is written based on a keyword or keywords that you input. If I want my article written on weight loss, I'll enter the keyword weight loss here. And the writer will know to include the keyword weight loss somewhere in the article. Now, if I want my article written on multiple keywords, so for example, if I want one article written on multiple keywords, so let's say weight loss, and I want my article to also mention the word weight loss recipes. I want my article to also mention the keyword weight loss exercises. So if I want this article written on all three of these words, one article written on three phrases, weight loss recipes, and weight loss exercises, I will separate them by commas. Okay, this tells the writer to write one article revolving around three words. Now, for example, let's say I wanted to request 3 articles to be written. I don't want one article, I want 3 articles. So what I would do is I would enter my keyword, say I want the first article written on weight loss, and I'll hit enter, and on a new line, I'll type in the keyword I want my second article to be written on. So I want my second article to be written on weight loss recipes, and I want my next article to be written on weight loss exercises. And you'll notice as I put each keyword on a new line, so I want 1 article, 2 articles, 3 articles written, you'll notice the total project cost down here changes dynamically. So now the total project costs $18, $6 per article, $6 per article 1, article 2, article 3, for a total of $18. So this tells the writer I want 3 articles written. I want the first one written on weight loss, the second on weight loss recipes, and the third on weight loss exercises. Now, if we go back up here and I separated them by commas.
Right, okay. I mean, that's as much as we need to go through at the moment. You can kind of watch that video yourself as you go through. But that was the most important bit, really, was the bit about the keywords. Because a lot of people, I've noticed a lot of people have come to me and asked me why when I use 2 or 3 keywords is the article going up in price. So basically, that's the reason why the article's going up in price. I've noticed now that the actual price per article is actually, let's have a look, $5.50. Okay, it's the same as it was. It did go up for a little while, but I think they must have put it back down again. So yeah, as per that. So obviously just make sure that when you're doing this, you go through all this. I mean, I'm not going to go through this now because I'm not actually needing an article, but yeah, have articles written, project description. And obviously when you're using, if you want to use 2 or 3 keywords in your article, just make sure you, as like he says, is to put a comma after each one. And he's put that at $6. I mean, what you can do if you want to is if you put it at $5.50, you're going to go along with everyone else that's charging $5.50, and their algorithm will just show them all together. And it'll probably be shown based on your credits, i.e. how many articles you've had written and how good a customer you are and all the rest of it. Whereas if you just put it slightly above, I mean, he put $6, but you can put $5.51 or $5.52, and then what it will do is it will just kind of, obviously because you're offering a little bit more, it'll put you above everyone else. So it's just a little trick that I learned. And yeah, you can kind of choose if it's friendly tone. I'll just go through the rest of this bit, but again, you can watch that video as many times as you need to, because it's actually really helpful. Article purpose, I would generally put something in there like, you know, this is an article about, if we use the cleaning teeth one like we used in the last one, this is an article that describes how for correct dental hygiene. Everything to do with correct dental hygiene. And then in special instructions say, this article is for ranking purposes, this needs to be, you know, clean and whatever. I would like this friendly or not friendly, you know, anything like that. I mean, you've put that up here anyway, but you can kind of elaborate a little bit more here. And then if you have any specific writers that you like to use, then you can put them in here and it will go straight to them. And then you just click submit project. And then when you go to, what will happen is, it will say articles requested, and then it will say, and then obviously what will happen is that your article probably within a day normally, will come back to you. You'll get to look at it and either approve it or reject it. And once you've approved it, it will then go into articles completed, and then you can obviously, it'll be in the right format for you to download. And that's as simple as that, really. And you can kind of use this for anything you want. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of writers on there, so it's just a good little video, a good little tip on this video, sorry, should I say, for using iWriter. And most of the people that I know are using it, so I mean, I won't go over other ones. You can research them. There are other ones out there. They vary in price. But as I said before, I'm obviously going to train you based on what I use, and give you the quickest and best methods that I think are out there. And iWriter, to my knowledge, is the best. So just a quick short video today. We'll see you in the next video. Just to add on from that, don't forget to join us on Facebook, where you can get all the free course tools, the PDFs and the downloads. Also, you get free support for the course, and any questions that you have on SEO, anything to do with the course, or anything else you can think of to do with SEO, just come on into that group, and either myself or someone in the group will be able to help you. Simply go to facebook.com/groups/passive income ladder. And we'll see you on in there. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the training fresh off the press as it's released. I'm putting up videos all the time, so obviously you want to make sure you get all the cutting edge information about SEO. Most of the stuff is really up to date, so it's a good idea for you to subscribe to the channel, get it all as it comes out. And obviously, if you're subscribed to the channel, you will get free access to the full free course. Don't forget to check the show notes down below as well to see if there's anything else in there that's of any use to you to add on to this video.